Hey YouTube, I got a question for you. How to become a happier person? Apparently, these are the answers.
Everybody's similar, but everybody's different.
What?
That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys,
Yeah.
get them the away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel.
Wait, so Joe Rogan is all about spreading positivity and motivating people, yet he's being negative about negative people, or his so-called I can't catch a break people. Isn't that negativity in itself as well? Hi guys, and this is Jeff. Today, let's talk about the stigma of negativity in our society. Before I begin, can I just start by asking you guys a question? Can any of you guys say, I've never felt upset, angry, anxious, fearful, or even despair in your life? Chances are 99.9% of you guys would say no to this question, because at some point of our life, we would have experienced these negative emotions, or multiple times for that matter. There will be a lot of ups and downs, and we will experience both positive and negative emotions, and anything in between both ends, whether that is in the past, present, or future. That's just life, and it comes as a full package. This might sound really straightforward, but even when it seems like we understand this simple fact of life. But let's take a step back and think about it. Do we actually acknowledge that not just ourselves, but everyone will have some sort of negative thoughts and feelings? Are we trying to shut down our receptors, avoid these unwanted thoughts and feelings, and as long as we save ourselves, we are just going to strive to be in this happy state forever and ever, right? Unfortunately, the former approach on the overemphasis on positivity is what a lot of the so-called motivational speakers and gurus are preaching to our society at the moment.
It's just optimism. Just happy. Just positive. That's what it is.
And so optimists succeed.
Only positive energy brings positive energy. That the moment you stay in a negative thought, did you know that you cannot stay in a negative thought more than 17 seconds?
This basically reinforces the idea that, well, as long as I'm happy, I'm just gonna keep it that way. I don't give a shit. Even if I see it with my own eyes, I hear it with my own ears, and I feel it when people out there are suffering, I just don't give a shit. That's their problem, that's not mine, right? Now get the away from me. And they're quote-unquote cancer.
They're cancer.
This is exactly why I want to cover the notion of getting rid of negative people in your life in order to be happy and succeed. And let me just tell you why this is wrong on so many levels. You probably wonder why at this point of our civilization, even though technology has advanced so much over the years and living standards has improved significantly, but people are still depressed. And what's ironic is that it's actually in the developed countries like the US and Australia, we found the highest depression rates in the world. And that's partly because of the mentality that I just mentioned. We just reach a point where we just don't care about people altogether. And when we have created a culture that a certain group of people are not supported within our society, of course they're gonna feel left out. And this is basically a vicious cycle that does not improve our well-being within our society. I'm sure you guys have heard about the pink elephant example, right? Now, if I ask you not to think about a pink elephant, but anything else in the next 15 seconds, how would that go? Let's try it out. Okay, 15 seconds have passed. You are already thinking about the pink elephant, right? So this simple experiment just shows that if we are suppressing our feelings, these thoughts and feelings will eventually just surface or even come back with a greater intensity. Similarly, we are currently in a culture that we are not encouraged to express our negative concerns and thoughts, and we are always asked to conceal them instead. But when you express them, under our current positive framework, you'll be made guilty or shamed just because you can't focus on the positives or you can't be grateful for what you have. And from here, because they don't really have a safe space or an outlet to release or deal with these negative thoughts, it's really easy that they just dig in deeper into these negative thoughts and things are getting worse and worse from here. And without a proper outlet to deal with these negative emotions, you wonder why there are so many people who will eventually turn into alternative methods like binge drinking, abusing drugs, or even worse, they will go out there and hurt people, or in worst case scenario, they would actually attack people in order to overcompensate on their pain. In fact, the advice on removing the so-called negative people in our lives, we have actually heard this over and over again from so many prominent people in society. It is so ridiculous that it is even listed as one of the must-dos in order to succeed in your life. I can only shake my head from here. And by doing this, we are actually suppressing our own feelings as well. The theory is that as long as we don't see or hear other people suffering, we don't have to feel their pain, right? That is certainly an easy way out. By withdrawing ourselves from the so-called negativity or negative people, is that an admission that suffering does exist in this world? And that's beyond what our thoughts can control, no matter how positive we think we are. With that, are we choosing not to engage with what is happening outside our safe bubble? And this basically reinforces the notion that our society believes in nowadays. And I can wrap this one up in one sentence. My shirt is closed, but my skin is closer. The idea is that I just have to make myself happy. That is all that matters. But the missing puzzle is about the connection with other people. That is what's lacking nowadays. Instead of pushing them away, why don't we think about using our own advantage and within our means to lift people around us up? Isn't that a better approach? I guess there's a problem that we have nowadays where there is a significant empathy deficit in our society, where everyone is limiting their attention to themselves only and they're too busy to extend their care to people around us or even beyond. Well, at this point you're probably thinking like, oh Jeff, you're so pessimistic, you're seeing all these kind of things because you just love whining. That's not true. I'm actually quite the opposite. I actually do want to see more laughters in the world. I want to see love overflowing where everyone is free to express themselves, but even I know that that is not realistic, and to be honest, we are not quite there yet. But hopefully, by opening up ourselves and standing in other people's shoes would help us understand sometimes negativity is not that much of a bad thing. We have to experience negative emotions, and by contrast, we will learn how to treasure happiness, and that makes every laughter even more precious. I'm a true believer that human beings all influence one another in different ways. To improve our well-being is not just about reading The Secret or just to stay positive and get rid of negativity and negative people. If it's that easy, I probably wouldn't be here and talking about this topic today. Instead, we should really start thinking beyond ourselves and realize this is a collective experience. It is about understanding our negative thoughts and feelings. From here, realize that not just yourself would go through this, but so many people out there would also experience these uncomfortable feelings as well. Yes, it is annoying when someone keeps complaining and that ruins our mood. Yes, it is painful to see other people suffer. But when we actually open our minds and connect with people around us on a more personal level and try to expand our understanding to other people, and ultimately we are actually doubling our rewards and making two people happy instead of one. Isn't it a better approach? I will let you guys do the maths. Instead of suppressing negativity and negative thoughts, it's more about noticing what they are trying to tell us, learn from them, and this is how we grow as a person. I actually see that as a blessing in disguise, because these uncomfortable feelings actually allow me to connect with other people on a deeper level. That is because I understand what they are going through when they're experiencing these kind of troubles. To forego negativity completely means we're shutting off our feelings altogether. To become this soulless flesh that shows minimal empathy, is that something that we are striving to be? What about we throw in a bit of joy, doubts, laughter, tears, fear, hopes, all together as one? We gotta be all-rounded and to be nurtured across these good sides and some not so good sides. And essentially, this is how we humans move forward in all these years and evolve into what we are right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so that you can probably see me talking about this kind of topic more often. This is actually like a really interesting topic. I can probably make a few more videos out of this, to be honest. And also, if you have any opinions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I would love to hear from you guys. I love a healthy discussion, that's why I would always reply to your comments as well. So feel free to hit me up. Okay, I will see you guys next time.